Entering a time of year when many people begin to suffer from seasonal allergies. Doctors say the main cause for those late summer sneezes is ragweed. The flowering plant produces a number of allergic reactions like a runny nose and itchy eyes. Experts say it may also intensify symptoms for people who have breathing problems like asthma. Over-the-counter remedies like nasal sprays and antihistamines can help. Doctors say the best approach is to limit your exposure to ragweed pollen.
Ragweed typically likes to pollinate most frequently in the morning, so if you could travel more often towards the afternoon rather than the morning, that would really help. And always keeping the windows shut throughout I would say, the September season.
A few other things that doctors recommend: showering after you've been outdoors to wash off any pollen that you have picked up, and vacuuming your carpet and curtains at least once a week.